forfeit, your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the
what I do. Lace up the shoes, chase W's, play the beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw. Snap.
And to give this time to the tailback. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Shift. 80 weapon. Let's go.
Right back to him on first down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 21. On first down, here's Love. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
At the 6-yard line. Here we go. Set. 60 or. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Spot.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready up, hard, hard. 54 Mike. Watch the crowd, watch the crowd. Check 9, check 9. Tighten up. Recon, 132 fighter.
They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Davis running right. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Check. Blue draw, Porter. 52. Come on, dude. Hey, exit. 52. Let's go.
Now Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, box drop. Choose the right. Watch right. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Roll out. Get him.
Jones now operating from the gun. He'll find Metcalf. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
10 Lobo. Defense wins championships, baby.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got room. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got a...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great effort there, with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Well, first down there on a pickup of 25.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Herbert. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Hey, echo. Hurry up, be grip.
Looking to throw. Herbert, he's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us.
Ready.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, right now, they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now...
And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns were able to strike quickly for 6. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Mike 52, come to Wild World. We want it. Come on.
On third down, Herbert. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
Ready? 30 base. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Hey, Zoo. Hey, Zoo.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
X3.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Back to throw. Herbert. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Hey, Orbit. Five.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's fourth down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The Browns drive about to get started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of one there. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Now a handoff looking right. He's got a first down past the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they give this time to the tailback. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. On first down, Herbert completes it to Davis. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Second and 14. Steps away to his left. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
52, Carlos, 64, weak. You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Jones. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A 1st down and then some, 36 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Herbert. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 8 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. Now a handoff here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. 77 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
At the 24-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Come on, D.
Operating from the gun. Herbert spins past him. It's caught by Davis. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Looking to throw. Herbert. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Back to throw. Herbert. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Ready.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
High 7, 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Everyone got 4 down. Hey, seam 6. Ready.
From the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? Well, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out, but you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And some room to maneuver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They find some open field here. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. as his guys are in for 6. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like him? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 27. Back to throw. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Bucks on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10.
Go!
Looking to throw. Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McGee. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kerryon Johnson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal. Now Jones operating from the gun. Being chased out left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Second and 4. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Herbert going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late. But they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That good for 19 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Now a handoff here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Check pass, check pass. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Check, 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 check.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and this is what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
This throw caught right around the 6. 23 yards, the final tally.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. The quick slant caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?"
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
On 4th down, Herbert. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Echo. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch me get it.
Off the play fake. Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Cleveland, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll get another